Hey guys, Hamsterwheel here, and welcome to the classic WoW version of the Valley of Trials. For many people, the first memory of playing this game, and also the starting area for both orcs and trolls. Yeah, trolls got their own starting area in Cataclysm, but before that they had to share it with the orcs. Today I'll be going through the quests here and show you guys what it was like to level here way back in 2004. So the first NPC you're greeted by is Kaltung, and he talks about you wanting to go off and hunt a dragon or demon, but perhaps it's better to start off with a more easy opponent. He asks you to report to Gornek, who will give you your first killing quest. Once you report to Gornek, he says that the Horde finds itself in a sorry state of affairs if you're the best the Horde can produce. Yeah, sick burn. Anyway, he says he could send you off to hunt a Kodo, but that you're more used to the Horde alive than dead. So he sends you out to kill boars.
Boars?
Yes, killing boars. 10 of them to be exact, which takes considerably more time compared to today's WoW, cause you run out of mana much quicker. After killing 10 boars, we report back to Gornek, who says that you've proven yourself well, and that the next opponent will be a bit more dangerous. Which one is that? Why, it's the Scorpids, of course. Gornek says that both powerful warriors and awkward novices have fallen to the venomous sting of the Scorpion, and to prove that you won't be defeated by this beast, you have to bring back 10 Scorpid worker tails. Turns out they also use them to make the antidote for anyone who has been poisoned by these scorpions. We also get another quest from Gornek, and this one will lead you to your class trainer. In this case, it's the mage class trainer Maya, saying that she's ready to have a few words with you. Yeah, remember when these were still relevant, where you got your spells and such? Well, this is it. Maya is, well, a typical troll. And with that I mean that the quest text is a little hard to read. Anyway, she says that a mage like yourself is one of the most powerful beings on the planet, and that everyone knows it. You should also not fear the orcs, dwarves, or elves. It's the things you cannot see that you should fear. And with that she means magic, and that it will trick you into thinking you're more powerful than you really are. After that wise lesson from Maya, we pick up 2 more quests. One to kill the Vile Familiars, which is actually the first encounter we have with the Burning Legion, so that's kinda cool. And one where we have to gather cactus apples to make cactus apple surprise, which, according to Galgar here, cools you off like nothing else can. So after picking up those quests, it's time to head on out and gather the cactus apples first. They're easy to collect, though there's no light show around the apples, so you do have to look around a bit and actually use your brain. Then we gather the Scorpid worker tails, and are they tougher? Well, a little. They're higher level and have a poison dot, but other than that, they're not too hard to kill. And after about 13 minutes, we get to level 3, and we get the last of the worker tails. Then we return to the den and hand in the cactus apples, for which we get the cactus apple surprise. We then talk to Gornek again to hand in the worker tails, and he tells us that there is a lesson to take away from fighting the Scorpids, which is that the smallest or largest of opponents can still send you to your doom. In fierce combat, any number of things can prove your downfall. Then he tells us he has nothing else to teach us, so we move on to a few more quests. Next we encounter Foreman Thazriel, who's definitely not too happy with the peons that are working for him, as they're constantly taking naps in between their work. We get a blackjack, and we're supposed to hunt for peons napping and giving them a good smack to teach them a lesson. While we're on the lookout for lazy peons, we're also going to tackle the Burning Blade problem, which means killing the Vile Familiars. This is the first hostile NPC you encounter here. Yeah, hostile enemies in the Valley of Trials, another thing that was completely scrapped in a later version of the game. They're a little tougher than the Scorpids, as they have a fireball attack that does some decent damage, so you definitely have to be on your guard not to pull too many, or else you get killed. Then we find some peons, kill the remaining Vile Familiars, and we head back to the den. We talk to Sarita Fargaze, who reminds us that the Vile Familiars were merely pets of the Burning Legion, so there's definitely greater challenges that we will encounter later in the game. The next quest she gives us is one where we have to head back to the cove where we found the Vile Familiars and retrieve the Burning Blade Medallion, an item of power guarded by beasts and black magic. She also warns us it may be possessed by an agent of the Burning Legion, and that it would be more powerful than anything we fought so far. Then we talk to Foreman Thazriel again, who's happy to know that we gave those lazy peons a good smacking. After that, he tells us that he lost his favorite pick in the same cove where we have to go to get the Burning Blade Medallion, so we can hit 2 birds with 1 stone. After accepting that quest, we visit one last spot before we travel into the cave for those 2 quests. You see, to the west there is a troll on the ground, and he has a quest where he explains that he was hunting scorpids and that he came across a particularly vicious looking one. He managed to inflict a massive blow to its claw, but he got hit by its stinger, which sliced down and into his chest. To uphold his honor, he asks us to hunt down this vicious scorpid and bring back his claw. This scorpion is called Sarkoth, and he's a little higher level than the other scorpions and also hostile. After killing him, we return the claw to Hanazuwa, who says he can at least die knowing his last enemy in life lays dead. But after completing this quest, Hanazuwa says your deed has steeled his heart and that he won't give up so easily. He asks us to head back to the den and ask Gornak for aid. We head back to Gornak, who says he will dispatch aid to him immediately and that he's impressed knowing that we fought for a stranger's honor. So, after we handed that quest in, it's time to head into that cave I talked about earlier and get the Burning Blade Medallion and Tazriel's mining pick. First, we have to fight off a few more Val Familiars to get to the entrance, and once we're in we have to fight off Felstalkers and even more Val Familiars. And as with fighting most mobs in Classic WoW, slow but steady does it, killing them one by one and always keeping an eye out for your mana and health. After a while we find Tazriel's mining pick, so all that is left to do now is find the Burning Blade Agent and get the Burning Blade Medallion. I found someone else who needed that quest too, so we teamed up and smashed through the cave and its mobs. At the end of the cave, we find the Burning Blade Agent called Yarok Baneshadow, a level 5 NPC who throws out corruption and is indeed tougher than anything we fought before. No matter, because with the two of us, he bit the dust and we got the medallion. After this adventure, we head back to the den and we give Tazriel his mining pick and we give Zaretha Fargaze the Burning Blade Medallion. She says that her efforts are key in rooting out this cult in the Valley of Trials and that she fears they have further aims in our land. And with that quest completed, our trials in the Valley of Trials are finished. The next quest is where we have to go to Senjin Village and report to Master Gadrin what we've seen of the Burning Legion here. So there you go, a bit of an in-depth look of the Valley of Trials in Classic WoW. It might interest you to know that in total it took me about 50 minutes to do all the quests here and that it got me to almost level 6. And that's all I have to show you for now. I hope you enjoyed this video, because if the feedback for this one is positive enough, I'll make sure to do similar videos about the other starting eras in Classic WoW. For now though, I want to thank you for watching this video. I'm Hamsterwheel and have a good one.